When a publication comes out with a list of the best movies of all time, the hope is that it will start a lively discussion among movie fans around the world. This discussion should be done with respect for each person's opinion and the fact that taste is personal. Today's video is about top 10 must-see movies of all time. But before we start our video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon. Number 10. Mulholland Drive, 2001. There aren't many movies that are known for both a sexy lesbian scene and a jump scare involving some kind of scary trash witch. Then again, we're talking about David Lynch. The man has spent his whole career doing things that most other filmmakers wouldn't even think of. But the word Lynchian got its meaning from Mulholland Drive. What at first seems like a straightforward noir about a beautiful woman who has lost her memory and is trying to figure out who she is turns into a hallucinatory dream world in the third act, undoing everything that came before. Number 9. North by Northwest, 1959. There is no other suspense movie as classy, light, and seductive as Hitchcock's Silky Caper. Cary Grant's slick and empty-head man. What does the O stand for? Nothing. Is Don Draper with a sense of humor, which he sorely needs when he gets wrong manadis. The set pieces, the bad guys, Eva Marie Saint's femme fatale, Saul Bass's credits, and Bernard Herrmann's musical cues all make the movie even better than the sum of its glorious parts. Oh, and Thornhill even finds his soul somewhere in all of this. Number 8. Goodfellas, 1990. I've always wanted to be a gangster for as long as I can remember. Ray Liotta's first line is like once upon a time. For a crime movie, what comes next is Martin Scorsese's version of a fairy tale. The story of a starry-eyed Brooklyn kid who gets to live out his childhood dream, but still ends up a schnook. Goodfellas, which is based on the real life of mobster Henry Hill, came out in the shadow of The Godfather, but as time goes on, the answer to which is more influential is mostly a matter of who you ask. Number 7. There Will Be Blood, 2007. Paul Thomas Anderson went from being a Scorsese-style chronicler of shady law life to a hard-nosed investigator of the American competence man on his way to becoming the most important filmmaker of the last 20 years. There Will Be Blood, an epic story about oil barons and prospectors, was the turning point. In the end, Daniel Plainview is a very scary version of Daniel Day-Lewis who will drink your milkshake. Scored by Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead, who is becoming a major composer in his own right, Anderson's sad epic is the true heir to Chinatown's deep cynicism. Number 6. In the Mood for Love, 2000. Can a movie really become a classic right away? If you saw the movie In the Mood for Love when it came out in 2000, you might have said yes. As soon as this love story starts, you know you're in good hands. Wong Kar-wai takes us through the narrow streets and stares of Hong Kong in the 1960s and into the lives of Maggie Cheung and Tony Leung, who live next door and find out that their spouses are having an affair. As they think about and sometimes act out how their partners might be acting, they fall in love with each other but are still determined to keep their wedding vows. The film is full of longing, and it has no less than 3 cinematographers. Together, they create a strong sense of closeness, and the perfect acting makes you shiver with sexual tension. Number 5. Seven Samurai, 1954. It's the easiest 2 hours and 77 minutes of movie you'll ever watch. A poor farming community pools its money to hire samurai to protect them from brutal bandits who steal their crops. Akira Kurosawa uses this simple plot to make an epic that is at times interesting, funny, and exciting. The action scenes are exciting, and the final battle in the rain is unforgettable, but this is really a study of what makes people strong and what makes them weak. Toshiro Mifune does a great job as the half-crazed, self-styled samurai, but Takashi Shimura's Yoda-like leader is the emotional core of the movie. Number 4. Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the most joyful film about what movies can do. It starts with a fade from the Paramount logo and ends in a warehouse from Citizen Kane. Steven Spielberg's funniest blockbuster has everything: rolling boulders, a barroom brawl, a sparky heroine, Karen Allen, who can hold her liquor and lose her temper, a treacherous monkey, a champagne-drinking villain, Paul Freeman, snakes, cinema's greatest truck chase, and a barnstorming supernatural ending where heads explode. And Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones, who is a great example of a reluctant but resourceful hero, is the cherry on top. Look at his face when he shoots that swordsman. In short, it's the best movie ever made. Number 3. Citizen Kane, 1941. Citizen Kane always finds a way to appeal to a new generation of movie fans. David Fincher's May, a brilliantly scathing drama about the making of Citizen Kane, brought it back into the news. For people who haven't seen the movie before, the journey of the main character, a bulldozer of a man, played by actor-director wonderchild Orson Welles, from unloved child to thrusting entrepreneur to press baron to populist, feels very current. In unconnected news, Donald Trump came out as a superfan. Number 2. The Godfather, 1972. All crime families that came after The Godfather are related to the Corleones, from the wise guys in Goodfellas to the Sopranos. The best movie ever made about the mafia is Francis Ford Coppola's magnum opus. The operatic adaptation of Mario Puzo's book starts with a powerful line, "I believe in America." From there, Coppola's epic turns into a chilling breakdown of the American dream. In the corruption-filled story, a powerful immigrant family struggles with the contradictory values of power and religion. These moral contradictions come to a head in a legendary baptism scene that is expertly edited alongside the deaths of 4 rival dons. The Godfather's authority lives on because it has so many memorable parts, like a horse's head cut off, Marlon Brando's raspy voice, and Nino Rota's catchy waltz. Number 1. 2001, A Space Odyssey, 1968. Two brilliant people, Stanley Kubrick and Arthur C. Clarke, got together to make the best movie ever made. Kubrick said, "I hear he's a nut who lives in a tree in India somewhere." When Clarke's name came up as a possible writer for his planned sci-fi epic, along with those of Isaac Asimov, Robert A. Heinlein, and Ray Bradbury, Clarke was living in Ceylon, not India or a tree. But he and Asimov met, got along well, and worked together to create a story about technological progress and disaster that is rooted in humanity in all its brilliance, weakness, courage, and crazy ambition. It became a favorite movie of stoners because of its cool Stargate scene and groundbreaking visuals. Without them, 2001 might have been forgotten, but it seems unlikely that it would have stayed forgotten. Even after more than 50 years, Kubrick's vision of the future, with AI and all, is still scary and clinical. So that's it for today. Was this video helpful? Share your views in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon for all the latest updates. Thanks for watching.